Okay, then, our next story now takes us to Kano. You know, the relationship in politics in our environment is a no-love-lost one. So no politician wants to be in the other man's shoes. Do you know that barely 2 weeks in the saddle, the new governor of Kano State, Abba Kabir Yusuf, has ordered the demolition of the multi-million naira government house Roundabout, located close to the entrance of Government House in the ancient city of Kano. The Kano State Chief Executive, he is of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, who personally supervised the demolition, had previously demolished other structures put up by his predecessor, Umar Ganduje. Now, of a truth, in politics, friendship and enmity are not permanent.
They are not. What is... At times you just look at Nigerian politics and you just smile and ask yourself what is really going on. What is happening in Kano is unbelievable for me.
But surprising?
Surprising, yes, it's surprising. Surprising to a large... No, yes. Why I say surprising is that I never believe it can degenerate to this level, if you understand what I mean. Surprising not that the action being taken is not a surprise me, but that it could degenerate to this level. Why do I say that? This is a government that is just barely less than 2 weeks in office. Of all the myriad of problems we have in Kano State, is demolition of houses and the roundabout. That is the priority of a new governor. Not a second-time governor, a new governor that ought to sit down and work out the modalities on how you go to. Then you ask yourself, yes.
You're surprised?
Yes, no.
Sorry. Have you forgotten what happened in Imo?
My state.
Oh, that's your state?
Yes, my state.
When a new governor took over?
No, but that is a different ball game.
Okay.
It's a different ball game.
I'm sorry.
Those of us from Imo State know what happened.
I'm sorry.
We know that our former governor was erecting whatever of people and the rest of them, and there are a lot of things. Buy over and
I apologize for taking you there.
Thank you. Please don't go there again. But on a more serious note, I now find it, the question I ask myself, is this being vindictive or doing the right thing? And those are the critical questions. But let me be true. I saw the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob in what is happening. In my personal view as a journalist, and who have been on the job for over decades, don't believe that the governor is doing what he's doing just based on his own. But I'll tell you why, citizen. A few days ago, I watched an interview by his so-called, quote-unquote, godfather. That is the presidential candidate of the NNPP. Yes, Rabi Okokwanso. You know, he has been having this between him and that accumulated to the point of saying, if I've seen him at the Aso Rock, I've just slapped him. Oh, he cannot look me straight in the face. And he was asked a question. Yes, he was at Aso Rock, and he was asked a question by our colleagues. And one of the things he said, one, some of the structures being demolished, one was built at a mosque or at a particular mosque, which shouldn't be for him, the height of insecurity. He said two. The second one was built in a facility, university facilities, which is supposed to be for schools. But that the former governor took it over, sold it to some of his cronies, to his family, his son, and whatever, and they were warned that there were not even papers of it. But the one I will not ask now, okay, the roundabout that has been demolished, what happened? Is that
I hear they spent close to 700 million.
So what I am saying in essence is that, for goodness sake, I personally, governance, for governance, I thought that even before you start taking such action, there must have been some level of, investigation, consultation, and the rest of them. Then you come out with a roadmap. What makes you believe that after 4 years you're going to come back and whoever is going to take over from you will not start? So what I think personally is that this is not the way to go. For me, I think the governor of Kano State, Abba Kabir Yusuf, should sit down, calm down, as we used to say, drink some cold water, and look at some of the issues uneven. Because,
Too late in the day?
No, it's not too late. He has just demolished about 4, 5. I don't know. Because if you take a critical example, of course there will be. If you take a critical example, what happened during the time of Nasir El-Rufai as the FCT minister, when he was going about all the demolition. You know how he started? Nasir El-Rufai started with the building of those in government.
I was there when he pulled down the IG's.
Oh my! That is what I'm telling you. That was part of the things that earns El-Rufai the respect of so many, not with all sense of responsibility, and not the El-Rufai that I know.
Except those.
Yes, not the El-Rufai that I know.
When you are in government,
but it's quite unfortunate, and I believe that the powers that be and the Emir of Kano, who is a very, very strong force in Nigeria, to be able to call the governor and some of these people together to just iron out this. But the way he's going about it is not just right.
KJ, Nigerian politics, coat of many colors.
You can't take it away, and Kano politics is peculiar. Maybe before going to that, just to respond to that, in government, government is not a tea party, and when you get to some critical junction, government is more than a popularity contest. When you need to take hard decisions, you take them. And I think El-Rufai is one known for taking hard decisions. The one he took in Abuja, hard enough, but yielded good result. Also, what earned him, and that earned him a lot of enemies.
Yeah, that was I said.
Same thing in a state.
Yeah.
Those who are also becoming enemies today, he also has to take sound decisions.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly. But for his religious side, for me, I'm a sucker for El-Rufai. I mean, for El-Rufai anytime because of his administrative quality. So let's leave that aside. Now, politics, coat of many colors. Politics in Kano is very peculiar, and you take it back to the days of Abba Kabir.
Abubakar
Remi, down to this day. The Kwakwansea movement, whether it's the new governor or the immediate past governor Ganduje, or even Kwakwansea himself. It is that same movement. I remember that when they've been together for long, for a long time, as his essay, long ago. Even when they came back again, he invited him. He was a deputy governor, and when he was going, handed over to him. But as soon as he left, not too long, I remember that time that the then governor Ganduje went after him too. There were some roof then with some Kwankwasia inscription. They made sure that all was taken off. And since politics is a zero-sum game, winners take all. These ones too came. Perhaps they also thought it should be the way of revenge, not knowing that it is killing already the popularity of the government. Yes, statistically, data-wise. It is killing, unfortunately. We have folks among them who are friends. And we have talked to them that say, call this man to order in good time. For example, they gave good account of why those ones needed to go. Structures that were built inside the praying ground that should not be forgiven. Taking over the lands that belong to schools, institutions, forgiven. That in fact that should be the norm. The normal thing to do. Take the hard decisions. You go after it. For the roundabout, the government said it was because of its size, it was constituting security risk. If that is the case, you can reduce the size.
Reduce the radius.
You can reduce it, not necessarily destroying it. And if you are destroying it, that place could be demolished without this noise. Mm-hmm. You can announce the reward. You can reward that same.
You can redesign
now,
of the edifice.
Yes. So if you come to say, okay, you're demolishing, oh no, we are not demolishing for this. We are demolishing because we want to redesign the place because of so factors. Putting the demolition, first at the forefront would only earn you what it shouldn't earn you. So if they have started with, we are redesigning this place for security, sake, for the fact that it's also not, allowing free flow of traffic. Strategy will just change this entire perception. But it is not earning the government good image. And knowing well that these things were not done by Ganduje's money. It was done by Kano's people's, the taxpayers' money. Yeah. And destroying it simply means that you will need another money to build the place when you have a problem to face. You have several things to do.
KJ, what scares me now is what Chris said a while back, that we should expect more demolition.
Definitely. No, I think it will get to a time that they won't be able to.
Definitely.
When they notice that they are losing public support, the Kwankwasia movement is a grassroots movement. It's not, when they notice, they will stop.
But let me just say this.
Yeah.
This is a preamble of the main thing to come.
Okay.
And I can assure you that.
Okay.
I don't think it's together.
Okay, let's wait
don't
and
think
see.
so.
Now we know that in politics too,
Yeah.
there's no permanent friendship. no
Of course,
permanent enmity.
of course.
I hear interests are permanent.
Yes.
Okay. To our last story, the late Iron Lady and